I think there's something interesting about the subject matters that we've put out there for you to look at, is that you could easily fall into a trap of writing things, sort of asylum seekers, immigration, BNP, mental health, class war. You could go down the route that we've heard and seen before. I think what we're interested in is stories and new takes on things. There's no style of theatre that we're looking for, you know. You can go wherever you want with it, and we will go with you. I think character-wise, go with whatever you want to go with. At length of project, yes there is. We're looking for about an hour-long piece. Beyond that, really,
there won't be a huge production budget.
There won't be a massive budget, but there'll be a budget this year, and there'll be a good theatre.
I think that's interesting how many people you have in your play.
There could be 30.
Yeah, because I think that it's an enormous challenge to use everyone and yet not be so democratic that it's like, oh, this is your bit, this
Absolutely.
is your bit. You know, at the same time, if everyone's got something of an aria or something to do, you know, there's nothing worse than having people in it who are dead wood.
Absolutely.
You know, because it's so, and that's a challenge as a writer to yourself to think, okay, I've got 10 people. I mean, I find that quite hard, 10 people. I prefer 4 or 5, you know, but if I've got 10, then I suddenly want to give each one of those something to do, but not feel dictated that it has to be, you know, a 10 for 10 for 10, you know? So,
absolutely not.
I, in my play, had a man playing a woman. So put that out there. We don't have quite enough people. Go crazy.
And it was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
I think it's not, I think it's a bit, I don't think you write for young people.
No.
I think you just write, and I think the most important thing is to write something that's truthful and surprising and challenging, and not to fall into cliches. And if you are meeting, I mean, you know, 6 of the people, or seeing 6 of the people who are going to be in a production, or, you know, in your head, I think it's wonderful to take qualities from them, but then go into a surprising place with them. You know.
I just thought, do you know what? I'm not writing for young, inexperienced actors. Do you know what I mean? I'm not writing for young people. I'm going to write the play and just expect my cast to rise to that challenge. Because I think that, you know, you owe your actors that. Do you know what I mean? I think the moment that you start to kind of expect
and assume things.
And assume, you find you can't write even. Do you know what I mean? You find yourself falling into this strange trapping of writing for young people, and all of a sudden everything's kind of like a Spot the Dog kind of book, and it just doesn't serve anyone really.
It's so important that you follow what you really want to write about, you know, because then you will write a thing of beauty, which is rare. Just take that pressure off yourself, you know, and just go, okay, I'm going to write a beautiful play. It might not be pretty, you know, it might be very violent, it might be ugly, it might be this, but it's going to have something exquisite there. And if it gets in, fantastic.
It's so important that you write what's true for you and what interests you, and don't feel that you have to be too constrained by that brief. I think that's really valuable, I think, wise advice.